Tommy Bahama is a relaxed island lifestyle brand.
There is so much to love about this brand, and that's what brought me across the country. I joined 8 years ago and was really excited about the artistry, the heritage, and all the beautiful quality and craftsmanship that this brand had to offer.
The Tommy Bahama brand, at its core, still looks at this travel and leisure sportswear as so important to us, but we've become so much more. Where we originally started as a men's wholesale brand, we are now a direct-to-consumer brand. When I started in 2001, we were 90% wholesale and 10% direct-to-consumer. We're now over 80% direct-to-consumer with 20% wholesale. And we're in men's sportswear, women's sportswear, restaurants, licensing, and we've just expanded into all these categories and all these different parts of people's lives.
I'm Tom Chubb, and I'm the chairman and CEO of Oxford Industries. So our business is very much that we're a portfolio company. Tommy Bahama really set in motion that entire transformation of our company from being a private label manufacturer that really just dealt with big retailers and sold on a wholesale basis to them, to being a direct-to-consumer-led branded company that has a direct and emotional relationship with the end consumer. It's hard to overstate how important the Tommy Bahama transaction was and still is to Oxford Industries.
When Oxford purchased Tommy Bahama, they helped us become a better company and allowed us to take risks. Having somebody like Oxford be there along the way and having the trust in the brand and the trust in management, that has made all the difference.
3, 2, 1.
My name is Bradley O'Brien, and I'm the Executive Vice President of Design and Development at Tommy Bahama. Tommy Bahama was a completely different company. We were very siloed, and it was really important for me that we bring the design teams together and start to get them communicating and collaborating. So one of the first things that we did when I joined the company was we brought all of the design teams to Seattle. We had teams in New York and in Pasadena, and it felt really important to have everybody under one roof and really talking to each other and collaborating. When I first started looking at the products and the images we were creating, it felt very much to me like it wasn't the same DNA. And it was really important for me to look at these images and see that these couples actually looked like they were meant to be together and that they really liked each other. And so that's a really important piece of bringing men's and women's together, is for people to start talking and really designing the brand together. We had to disrupt the entire way that we were working. For me, it all starts with the 3 Ps, the people, the process, and the product. And so we were able to, because we moved the design teams, we were able to hire a new design lead. With those people in place, then we were able to take all of our experiences that we had in the industry and create a new process. And so that really was about bringing voices to the table that we hadn't had before. So creating a really collaborative environment that also included merchandising partners and sourcing partners, so that all the product that we design and develop is really well informed.
Tommy Bahama is all about the island life. And you cannot enjoy the island life without caring about clean water, clean beaches, and fresh air. And we want to continue to do our part to ensure that the island lifestyle can be enjoyed by future generations. One of our strongest core values is doing the right thing. With sustainability, you need to do the right thing. That means taking care of our employees, the people who make our product, and the environment. I mean, we've always made high quality product at Tommy Bahama, and also in creating sustainable product, it has to be built to last. So our product is meant to be enjoyed and worn over and over.
I can't just make a long sleeve shirt. Okay, this shirt's gotta breathe. It's got to basically have some element that says, hey, this isn't just your normal shirt, this is a Tommy Bahama shirt. Having that type of approach where we do everything through this brand lens, knowing though our guest wants us to do more for how they live the day, that's made us innovate all over the place. That's on the apparel side. Same thing goes for food. If you looked at our restaurants and see what we used to serve 20 years ago or 25 years ago in our restaurants, And now you go in and look healthy options for people because that's how people want to eat now. Quicker options because they want to get in and out. And then we had to come up with a new food concept, the Marlin Bars, because nobody wants to commit to an hour and a half to dinner. They want a quick turnaround meal. So there's things we have done that I think are very innovative, but it goes back to, hey, if you're gonna be around for 30 years, you better adapt and you better be ready to change or you're not gonna be relevant anymore.
Island inspired, right? That's what you think about Tommy Bahama. We're a from scratch kitchen, highest quality ingredients, colorful, bright foods, because I feel like that fits who we are. We work with local vendors as much as we can. And, I think that's kind of what our guests come to love about us. And when you walk in, we want you to feel like you're on vacation. We want to take our guests someplace great.
The Tommy Bahama guest has evolved, and there was a joke back then that our swim never saw the water because our guest basically was laying on the lounge chair and had a martini and wasn't interested in activity. That has changed. Our guest is active, definitely in the pool. They probably got up this morning and worked out. For both her and him, we've had to add products that have tech that keep up with your lifestyle. So our guest has gotten younger. We're now 30 and up. And what I'm seeing for both her and him is that we're actually addressing more parts of her life. And so it's much broader than what we had, say, 30 years ago.
Our men's product was really strong when I started. We had built a foundation of 30 years of experience and a really strong men's team. What we needed to do was to look at our women's business. And so for me, that was the biggest challenge. We did a lot of work as a leadership team. We did focus groups. We looked at the market. We did competitive analysis. And most importantly, we defined who our female muse was. She's strong and she's confident and she's alluring and she's effortless. And effortless is a big word we use a lot in our women's design team. We don't want to add too much to the product. We want her to feel like she can just throw it on and go and feel perfectly chic.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Manella, Senior Creative Director of Image and Photography at Tommy Bahama. Welcome to the Tommy Bahama Photo Studio. Come on, follow me. In here, we're working on what we call still life. What we have is hard goods, soft goods that we photograph in really interesting ways so we can showcase them the best that we can. So over here, we have a set that has some sweaters, the Tobago sweaters, which is what I'm wearing right now. But we want to make it look like a Christmas tree, so we make it look like a Tommy Bahama Christmas tree. That is what this team is working on right now. Over here, we have different fabrics with some really unique prints on them, and we're having some cocktails interact with them, so it makes the shot look more interesting. This team and that team work on about 10, 12 shots a day, and we do that for many days on end, so we can make the best images to showcase our product.
And with the complete transition of the business, exiting all the legacy businesses, selling them off over time, and then buying all the brands led by Tommy Bahama, this year we project that we'll do somewhere in the neighborhood of $1.4 billion. Our gross margin will be well over 60% this year. And then our earnings per share will be north of $10 a share this year.
Last year we did $725 million in sales. This year we're targeting to do north of 850. That's one thing that I'm really excited about is every aspect, whether it's my food and beverage, apparel, stores, e-commerce, I'm on a growth trend right now. And it's being really built through the innovation of products and also reaching these new guests.
This year we're launching our first resort. And what that means for a lifestyle brand, the guests can come visit us in a store for 20, 30 minutes, eat in a restaurant for an hour and a half, but to give us a week of their time and have that be this rich experience in our environment is so exciting. I see that as a big part of our next 30 years.
We have so much more runway ahead of us, and I think about what it means to be a global lifestyle brand. I want to be the brand that our guest looks to every time, for every special occasion, for any wearing occasion, for any vacation that they go on, and I think we have a lot more to come. I think we're 30 years young. I'm Bradley O'Brien, the EVP of Design at Tommy Bahama.
I am Tom Chubb, Chairman and CEO of Oxford Industries.
I'm Doug Wood. I'm the CEO of Tommy Bahama.
And we are Trending Today.